There we go. What is up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of Benny and Booth Podcast. Just getting everything set up and we'll be ready to go. Hope everyone's day is going well, week's going well. Took me a minute to get live because traffic problem getting live. Okay. You pop out chat in case some people come in. Not some of them. If people come out, then alrighty. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of Benny and the Booth Podcast. Thank you all so much for the support at this point. Very much appreciate it. Episode 171. I kind of messed up with the Immaculate Grid, so not doing that today. Just two daily walk-offs, Diamondbacks and Guardians, and then we'll dive into the main part of this week's episode. So, Diamondbacks and Guardians daily walk-off number 263. The categories are 2002 top 3 in walks, batting, 500 plus career walks, batting, 2022 top 3 innings pitched, and 2000 plus career innings pitched through 2023. Okay. Let's see if I can at least separate these between hitters and pitchers, and we can figure from there. Cat. I think easily. I'm gonna say like that. All right, let's see how this goes. Well, actually, almost fully correct. Just had to swap two. Now fully correct, so a walk-off double. So full correct answers for Diamondbacks. 2002 top 3 in walks batting. Junior Spivey, Luis Gonzalez, Steve Finley. 500 plus career walks batting. Ricky Weeks, Damon Easley, and Lyle Overbay. 2022 top 3 innings pitched. Merrill Kelly, Madison Bumgarner, Zach Gallen, and then 2,000 plus career innings pitched through 2023. All of these, for some reason, except for the season stats. Jeff Suppan, Dennis Reyes, and Zach Greinke. Now for Cleveland. Here we go. Same categories: players: Jim Thome, Rafael Betancourt, Asdrubal Cabrera, Minnie Minoso, Willie Cam, Omar Vizquel, Matt Lawton, Brian Anderson, Jake Westbrook, Tristan McKenzie, Shane Bieber, Cal Quantrill. Betancourt, I know, is a pitcher. I imagine Calm, so I imagine Lawton and then Anderson would be swapped. Thome, honestly, let's submit this and see how this goes. And completely flipped, and all but two correct on batters, so it was a lot, and just ends up being a walk-off homer, except I had to flip a pitcher and hitter. Now fully correct. There we go. Walk-off double. So full correct answers: 2002 top 3 in walks batting. Jim Thome, Matt Lawton, and Omar Vizquel. 500 plus career walks batting. Willie Cam, Asdrubal Cabrera, Minnie Minoso. 2022 top 3 innings pitched. Cal Quantrill, Shane Bieber, Tristan McKenzie, and then 2,000 career innings pitched. Rafael Betancourt, Brian Anderson, and Jake Westbrook. Hold on a moment. Let's do that. Okay. By the way, last minute, I ended up actually going to Yankees Mets Sunday Subway Series Sunday Night Baseball game, which is not my first ever Sunday Night Baseball game. The last one was actually the Cardinals Cubs game last year, and then before that was 2018, where I went to Nationals Phillies and what was one heck of a game. I got pretty good seats. I didn't buy the tickets, so I don't know how much it was, but this was my seat for the game. Really good view. We didn't get there till I didn't get in till like basically as the top half of the first was wrapping up. But it was a heck of a game, fun experience. After getting to experience it myself, I would definitely say if you ever get the chance, Subway Series is worth to get experience at least once in your life, whether you're a Mets fan, a Yankees fan, or even general baseball fan, I think it's something that could be worth your time. It is an experience unlike any other. Uh, it was fascinating, uh, and I don't know if that. I mean, I don't know if I could say it was the best Sunday Night Baseball game I've ever been to, given it was 8-2 in the end on the back of like a big eighth inning. But definitely a pretty good Sunday Night Baseball game, and I can't complain. But I don't know if I could say best I've ever been to, given the Cardinals schedule one last year. Um, but I had a fun time. It was worth going to. I'm going to be actually, speaking of baseball games, I'm going to be in Staten Island Ferry Hawks game on Thursday for the Jewish Heritage Night, as the baseball club team I'm part of with Landers is getting honored. I don't know if it's before the game or if it's during the game, because it seems to be confusing depending based on when people are coming, but at some point. So I'll be there this Thursday, and then the following Thursday I'm going to be in Somerset for their uh, Jewish Heritage Night. The Ferry Hawks one is against Long Island Ducks, and then the Somerset one's against Akron Rubber Ducks. Oddly enough, I just realized both are Ducks teams, the opponents. That's hilarious. Super fitting. But MLB games wise, barring a last minute change, the next ones are going to be the Chicago trip, which I'm hoping to make a vlog out of. As that is confirmed, that I am doing the Chicago trip, and I am very excited to be able to. Well, not these games in Chicago. The trip's been confirmed for a while because it's for a wedding mainly, but I'm excited for it and can't wait. And there won't be an episode that week just because of I'm going to be uh, preparing for and going to the White Sox game that night when I would usually do the episode, and I don't come back till Wednesday. Or if I do an episode, it won't be till like Wednesday or Thursday. I am also, by the way, I'm pretty much on finish with the semester. So for though this summer I'm gonna be working, so I have to figure out how I'm gonna configure the podcast with the work. I also still have to figure out where I'm working. Um, so I have to see, and I'll keep you guys updated once I get an idea on that. Also, once I get into fall semester, it's gonna be really complicated because I have a class from 3 to 4:15, 4:10 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so and a class on Monday and Wednesday. So I'm gonna have to really configure what I'm gonna do for the podcast in the fall semester. Do I still keep it Tuesdays but do it late, or do I do it Tuesdays but not streaming? I do recording. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out as we go get closer and closer to fall semester. But fall semester is my last semester, so after that semester, I'm pretty much gonna be open on working on doing podcasts and figuring out what I'm gonna be doing for my job beyond college. As I gotta start thinking about that now. Trying to think, is there anything else of note to say? Mm, oh, I also toured MSG last week. Honestly, pretty fun, nice tour. Um, Went with a friend of mine. There wasn't much that like different that we saw that you wouldn't see like if you were walking around the stadium. But something fun we did get to get a peek in was the locker rooms for both teams. Let me find you. Here we go. So that was fun. Also, I was today years old when I was Wednesday. Wednesday was when I did the tour. Day after the podcast, oddly enough. But I was Wednesday days old when I found out that Wayne Gretzky played a year with the New York Rangers. So this is parts of the Knicks locker room. Trying to get to focus. There we go. Nicely in the right way. Yeah. This is the Knicks locker room. Yeah, still Knicks. And then this is the Rangers locker room. We only got like a peek because we couldn't like go in. honestly makes sense given the I almost said Yankees. The Knicks are still playing games in their season, and they as they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years. But it was a fun tour. It was like $40 a person. Like, it wasn't really that bad. And now just so yeah, and that's pretty much all the stuff to mention outside of just this week's episode stuff. So let's get right into it. MLB Weekly Recap. So from May 13th, Tigers beat the Red Sox 10-9. Javier Baez go-ahead two-run homer in the 6th, and walk-off three-run homer in the 11th makes him the 6th Tigers player with a multi-home run game, including a walk-off homer in the last 30 seasons, joining Matt Vierling from May 26th of last year, June 20th, 2016, Justin Upton, 2006 ALCS game for Maglio Ordonez, September 12th, 2006, Carlos Guillen, and September 17th, 1998, Damian Easley. Mariners beat the Yankees 2-1 in 11 innings. Max Fried's 1.11 ERA is the lowest ERA by a Yankee in his first 9 starts of a season since 1913, passing lefty Gomez's 1.27 in 1937. And general notes from this day with Javier Baez's walk-off homer at 10:18 p.m. Eastern. Isaac Paredes walk-off solo home run in the 9th at 10:20 p.m. Eastern for the Astros. I forget who they walked off. And Justin Turner's walk-off two-run double in the 9th at 10:22 p.m. Eastern, which was his first career extra base hit as a Cub, all happened in the span of 4 minutes. Also, with those walk-offs and J.P. Crawford's walk-off RBI single in the 11th, and when Fernando Tatis Jr.'s walk-off two-run homer in the 9th, marks 5 walk-offs on one day for the second time this season, with April 6th only days in the last 125 seasons, with more May 28th, 2008, and May 28th, 2004, 7, and July 10th, 1999, June 3rd, 1980, July 12th, 1964, and August 6th, 1961, 6. That's it for May 13th. For May 14th, Diamondbacks beat the Giants 8-7. Eugenio Suarez 3-run homer in the 3rd is his 33rd homer since last season's All-Star break, which is tied for 3rd most behind Aaron Judge's 38, Shohei Ohtani's 37, and tied with Schwarber and ahead of Corbin Carroll's 31. Yankees beat the Mariners 3-2. Aaron Judge's go-ahead solo homer in the 8th marks 15 homers and a .412 batting average in the team's first 43 games of the season, which is the 3rd highest behind 1959 Mickey Mantle's .419 and 1932 June Fox's .415, and ahead of 2001 Manny Ramirez and 1930 Chuck Klein's .403. That is it for May 14th. For May 15th, Rangers beat the Astros 1-0. Hunter Brown's 8 innings, 1 run, and Jacob deGrom's 8 innings makes it the first game where both starting pitchers went 8+ innings without allowing 1 or 0 runs since May 14th, 2024, Reese Olson and Ryan Weathers. The win marks 2,195th managerial win for Bruce Bochy, which is 6th most in MLB history, passing Sparky Anderson's 2,194, and behind Connie Mack's 2,504 and Joe Torre's 2,326. Dodgers beat the A's 19-2. Shohei Ohtani's 3-run homer in the 3rd and 2-run homer in the 4th, marks 40 home runs since last year's All-Star break, which passes Aaron Judge's 39 for the most. Dodgers won by 17 in Dalton Rushing's debut. That's the 2nd largest win in a Dodgers player's MLB debut since 1900, behind August 2nd, 2002, Joe Thurston win by 18 runs. That's it for May 15th. For May 16th, Yankees beat the Mets 6-2. Marks the 3rd time in Subway Series since 1997 that both teams began the Subway Series in first place alone, since 2 times in 2022 where the Mets did not finish in first place, but the Yankees did at the end of the season. Braves beat the Red Sox 4-2. Atlanta's with the win. Atlanta 23-22 at the time. I'll get to the record, not including tonight's game in a moment, or 5th team to move above 500 after losing 7+ consecutive games to begin the season, joining 2008 Tigers 0-7 to 41-40, 1983 Astros 0-9 to 33-32, 1980 Braves 0-7 to 66-65, and 1945 Red Sox 0-8 to 21-20. Twins shut out the Brewers 3-0. Marks 12 straight wins for the Twins for the second time in his second straight season, which since 1900 there have now been 12, not 4 times, a team winning 12 plus in a row in consecutive seasons, first since Cleveland's 14 in 2016 and 2020 straight in 2017. He's beat the Dodgers 6-2. Heist Young Kim's single in the fifth marks 9 straight plate appearances, reaching base time. 2015 Corey Seager for the longest by a Dodgers rookie in Dodgers history since moving to LA. I am curious because I didn't check as of Monday and Tuesday. He didn't play Saturday or Sunday, so through Sunday he had the streak still alive, and he did end on Monday as he went over 4 with a strikeout. I'm pretty sure, at least. Unless he got hit by a pitch. No, I think that means his streak ended. I'm gonna look through it just to be safe, but I'm gonna presume that it means it ended. Yeah, no. Yeah, it ended. Not only enough, his last chance was it 2 outs in the ninth with a chance to uh try to keep the game alive, but they lost. Either way, I was realizing I hadn't put an update of when the streak ended and thought I would look into it. So either way, and Giants beat the Athletics 9-1. Wilmer Flores' grand slam homer in the third, 3-run homer in the sixth, and solo home run in the eighth marks a 3-homer game. The Grand Slam is the second Grand Slam in San Francisco Giants history since 1988 from a 10-plus pitch at bat. 10 pitches in both cases, being them and Cleveland the only teams to do so twice in the last times. Last San Francisco Giant to do so was Hector Sanchez on April 23rd of 2014. With his second homer, he becomes the second San Francisco Giant with 40 plus RBI, 40 for Wilmer Flores before the solo home run in team's first 45 games of the season since Barry Bonds' MVP season in 2001, where he had 45. His 3-homer, 8 RBI night is the fifth in New York's San Francisco Giants history since 1920, joining May 24th, 2022, Jock Peterson. April 30th, 1961, Willie Mays, which was a 4-homer game. June 3rd, 1954, Hank Thompson. June 14th, 1924, High Pockets Kelly E. Wilmer Flores is also the first Venezuelan-born MLB player to do so. That is it for May 16th. For May 17th, Cubs beat the White Sox 7-3. Chase Meidroff's leadoff homer on the third pitch of the game makes him the 9th White Sox player to homer leadoff for the first career homer, joining June 21st, 2016, Tim Anderson, May 29th, 1978, Thad Bosley, May 13th, 1961, Floyd Robinson, August 9th, 1953, Bob Boyd, May 1st, 1948, Bob Kennedy, September 19th, 1933, John Stoneham, May 10th, 1927, Alex Meltzer, and June 15th, 1909, Ed Hahn. Mets beat the Yankees 3-2 with a stolen base in the fifth. Soto now has a stolen base in 3 consecutive straight games, the longest such streak of Soto's career. Twins beat the Brewers 7-0, marks 13 straight wins for the Twins, which is tied for the third longest win streak in Twins/Senators history, franchise history, behind 1912-17 and 1991-15, and tied with 1933 and ahead of 2024, 1980, and 1931-12. Also marks 34 scoreless innings for the Twins, which is tied for third most National Senators history, or Senators/ Twins history, behind 1930-13 at 39 and 1908-35, and tied 1910 and at 35, aka tied for second most on RBI single by Sal Frelick, scoring Christian Yelich in a game where the Twins lost, ending their losing streak. I think the final score was 4-2, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, 5-2. Sorry. 5-2, not 4-2. My mistake. Anyways, all right. Giants beat the A's 1-0 in the 10th inning. Wilmer Flores walk-off walk in the 10th marks his 14th career walk-off play appearance, all since the start of 2014. That's the most in MLB in that span. And the Angels beat the Dodgers 11-9. Clayton Kershaw's debut, which marks his 18th season appearing in at least one MLB game for the Dodgers, tying Bill Russell and Zach Wheat for most seasons played in Dodgers history. Though he sucked that night and did not pitch well. That's it for May 17th. For May 18th, Phillies beat the Pirates 1-0. Mick Abel his major league debut with Phillies, 6 shutout 5 hits, 0 walks, and 9 strikeouts makes it. He is tied for third most strikeouts with 0 walks, the major league debut in the last 125 seasons, behind June 8th, 2019 Steven Strasburg's 14 and May 2nd, 2023 Bryce Miller, and April 3rd, 2008 Johnny Cueto's 10, and tied with April 1st, 2024 Shohei Managa, April 29th, 2018 Nick Kingman, September 4th, 2016 Jose De Leon, June 8th, 1999 Dan Smith, and September 1st, 1978 Sammy Stewart. Also ties 18-year-old Kurt Simmons on September 28th, 1947 for most by Phillies pitcher in his MLB debut in at least last 125 seasons. And the Yankees beat the Mets 8-2, which this is the game I was at. 6-run eighth for the Yankees with Chapman win, which included Alonso's throw, which I'm still wondering where he was throwing that baseball to. Was he throwing it to Narnia? Was he throwing it to Mars? Like, he threw that ball like nowhere near Francisco Alvarez. And the statement goes in baseball: give a team an extra out, and it's gonna hurt you. And boy, it did, because it led to the 6-run inning, and the Yankees win. Max Fried's 1.29 ERA in the first 10 starts of the season is the second lowest in Yankees ERA since 1913, behind 1984 Phil Niekro's 1.20 and ahead of 1952 Ali Brown's 1.31. Cody Bellinger's Grand Slam homer in the 8th is his 9th career Grand Slam homer, tying Aaron Judge for the most MLB since the start of 2017. That's it for May 18th. For May 19th, Marlins beat the Cubs 8-7. Miguel Amaya's go-ahead 3-run homer in the 8th. Through a homer and game-tying 2-run double marks 5 RBI night for him, which is his second 5 RBI game this season and 4th for the Cubs catchers this season, along with 2 from Carson Kelly, making the Cubs the first team with multiple such games from multiple catchers. Also, the Cubs are 4 or 5 RBI games from catchers this season is tied for second most, tied with 1996 Mets and 1905 Los Angeles Dodgers for the most 5 RBI games since 1929, behind 1951 and 1953 Brooklyn Dodgers 5. And he exchanges leadoff home in the first and walk-off 2-run double in the 9th. He is the first player with both in the same game since Alex Gordon on June 26, 2013, and last Marlin to do so, Hanley Ramirez on August 7th, 2010, and the Red Sox beat the Mets 3-1. Juan Soto's steal of second base in the 6th is his 4th stolen base in his 5 games, which is most in any 5-game span of his career. That is all the notes for this week's for the day MLB Weekly recap of this episode. Standings update in the AL East, not including tonight's games. Yankees in first place 27-19, followed by the 24-15 Red Sox, followed by the 22-24 Blue Jays, followed by the 21-26 Rays, followed by the 15-31 Orioles. In the AL Central, the Tigers are in first place at 31-17, followed by the 26-21 Twins, followed by the 27-21 Royals, followed by the 25-21 Guardians, followed by the 14-31 White Sox. In the AL West, Mariners are first place at 27-19, followed by the 25-22 Astros, followed by the 25-23 Rangers, followed by the 22-26 A's, followed by the 21-25 Angels. In the NL East, in Mets first place in 29-18, followed by the 29-19 Phillies, followed by the 24-23 Braves, followed by the 21-27 Nationals, followed by the 19-27 Marlins. In the NL Central, the Cubs in first place in 28-20, followed by the 27-21 Cardinals, followed by the 25-24 Reds, followed by the 23-25 Brewers, followed by the 15-33 Pirates. And in the NL West, Dodgers first place 29-19, followed by the 27-18 Padres, followed by the 28-20 Giants, followed by the 26-22 Diamondbacks, followed by the 8-39 Rockies. Then, as for the games currently going on, I think all the start at this point. I'm pretty sure, at least. Yeah, just games I got. Oh, well, games are warming up. There was 2 games postponed. One that was supposed to resume from yesterday, and then one that got completely canceled, postponed due to the other one due to inclement weather, and we made up on September 20th. But as for the games currently going on, Tigers are up over the Cardinals 5-4, bottom 9. Orioles are losing to the Brewers 3-2, top 8. Phillies up over the Rockies 4-1, top 5. White Sox over Mariners 1-0, bottom 3. Royals over and Giants at 0-0, bottom 1. Angels and A's and Dodgers and Diamondbacks about to start. Kyle Hendricks against Gunnar Hoagland, and then Ryan Nelson against Yoshinobu Yamamoto. As for the games that have gone final already, Cubs beat the Marlins 14-1. Pirates beat the Reds 1-0. Red Sox beat the Mets 2-0. Nationals beat the Braves 5-3. Rays beat the Astros 3-2. Yankees beat the Rangers 5-2, and Padres lost to the Blue Jays 3-0. Podcast. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you're new on audio, leave a like, hit the subscribe on the notification on the bell on to notify when I go live and post a new video. If you're new on YouTube, leave a like, hit the subscribe on the notification on to notify when I post on there. Thank you so much for watching and listening. And I'll see you in next week's episode 172. Bye.